Hello boys and girls, it's Fergus from... Hello boys and girls, it's Fergus the minister from Blackhall St Columba's again, and I would like to talk to you today about learning. Now I've got some things that I want to show you, and I want to have you think about what you think I might use these for. These are actual things that I use. So I'm going to show you first of all a bottle, and it's a bottle of, it's a very special bottle, it's of oil. I wonder what I might use oil for, or what I might use it on. Okay, what else do I have here that I use when I'm doing this? I've got some glasses. Okay, they're like sunglasses. They come right round, and I use these so that I protect my eyes when I'm doing what I'm thinking about, what I want you to be thinking about. What could I be doing that would use both that kind of oil and those glasses? What else do I use? I use these. These are a set of gloves. They're a funny set of gloves because they've got no fingers. Okay? Fingerless gloves. What do you think I might use those for? While you're thinking about that, I've got one last thing to show you, and I think that'll give it away. I think everybody will know what it is that I'm talking about when I show you the last thing that I use. And here it is. It's a helmet. That's right, special kind of helmet. It's got air holes to let the air get in so I don't get too hot, and it's got a light for the front and a light for the back and a chin strap, and this is my cycling helmet. That's right, cycling helmet. So why is it that I wanted to show you and have you think about cycling, about riding a bicycle? Well, I'll tell you. In our gospel message today, that's the book that we're going to be reading from the book of Matthew, we're going to be learning about what Jesus told to his disciples. And I want to compare what he said to the disciples about learning to ride a bicycle. And here's how. When Jesus spoke to the disciples, he said to them, if you want to follow me, if you want to behave the way I do, if you want to follow me, then you need to deny yourself and you need to pick up your own cross. Now that's a kind of strange thing to say, and it's hard for us to understand a wee bit. What does Jesus mean about that? Well, I think what he's trying to say is that following Jesus, doing what Jesus asks us to do, what we should do to become friends with God and to know God better, is not always easy. It's quite hard at times. And that's what got me thinking about learning to ride a bicycle. Maybe you can ride a bicycle already, in which case try to think back to what it was like when you were learning. Maybe you're going to learn, or maybe you're in the middle of learning. But when you go to ride a bicycle, you know what you want to do. You've seen people cycling about the place and you think, that's good, I would like to do that. And that's a bit like us when we read about Jesus. We know what we would like to do to follow Jesus. But just because we see what can happen and we know what to do doesn't mean it's easy. We have to practice, and we have to get on the bicycle, and we have to practice sometimes with stablers, sometimes with mum or dad to help, or even granny or grandpa to help. And we work at it. And you know what? It's difficult. And sometimes we can even get hurt learning to ride our bicycle. We might fall off it and skin our knees or hurt our hands. That's why we wear our helmets though, so that we're safe. But learning to ride a bicycle is quite difficult. It's quite hard. But as you practice, it gets easier and easier, and you get better and better at it. And once you can ride a bicycle, it gives you a freedom that you didn't have before you knew how to cycle. You can go further and faster than you could if you were just walking. And so learning to follow Jesus is a bit like that. Taking up your cross is a wee bit like that. It's hard. We know what we want to do, but sometimes it's not easy to do it. We're asked to put other people in front of ourselves. We're asked to look after somebody else's needs before our own. And that can be hard to do. But if you practice, like riding a bicycle, if you practice, you get better at it and it becomes easier. And you know what? Just like riding a bicycle, once you've learned how to do it, you never forget how. So I hope that wee story about learning to ride a bicycle and learning how to follow Jesus helps you to remember that following Jesus isn't always easy, but it does mean that we are much freer and better for doing so. I hope you like that wee analogy. Analogy is a word for a comparison. I hope you like that, and I hope you have a really good week, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week. Bye bye, and God bless.